reviews. I'm Mark, and in this video I'm going to be coming at y'all with a few theories. Alright, so this first theory is from my favorite place to find these things is Reddit, A Song of Ice and Fire, and it comes from a user named, God, I'm about to butcher this shit, Baya Yasa Bihad, the dawn that brings the light. And he's got a picture of Dawn from Starfall. In episode 6 we see this picture, which if you click it is a picture of Ned's hand. I think Ned performs a C-section on Lyanna with Arthur Dayne's sword. As he performs the C-section, the blade of the sword gets covered in blood. Dawn was forged from the heart of a fallen star, i.e. meteorite, so Jon was literally born under a bleeding star and now fulfills every single requirement of being the prince that was promised. Beautifully put. I do have one critique real quick though, is he actually, or this person had the point to put in that the sword is not covered in blood, which is hilarious, because if it was covered in anything other, it's not funny that it's covered in blood, but if it was covered in anything other than blood, I'd be worried. This is kind of crazy. I'll start off with my cons of what makes this theory not true, and then I'll throw in some evidence that might support it. Alright, so basically, for one, I don't think Ned is capable of performing an emergency C-section, and that's like my main one. And number two is I think if he did do it, I hope he wouldn't do it with a fucking sword. Like, that'd be pretty dumb on his part. But to support it, I'll show you this clip where we see Bran and he yells at his father, and we do see that Dawn is at the Tower of Joy. You can look at this picture right here. That's Dawn. A lot of people were like, Dawn wasn't, like, in my video I was like, hey, we at least got to see Dawn. It wasn't the Dawn from the novels where it was glowing and shit, but we at least got to see it. I literally had 30 people in the comment section be on some shit like, no it's not, you idiot. I put a picture in the video with a fucking arrow pointing to it. But anyway, and also, if you watch this clip, that is Ned Stark going upstairs with Dawn. You're probably like, Sir Hunts, why the fuck did you just show us that random video? Well, it hasn't happened yet, and that was one of the clips that I found earlier. That is a dragon. I don't care what anybody says, but you can go back and rewatch if you want to. I'll play it again for you. That's a dragon. That is a dragon, and it's shining, and it's outside of Dany's pyramid in Marine. Now, the placement of that in the trailer is right after Tyrion talks to the Wise Masters. I think they're hinting at that Tyrion will ultimately have to get rid of the Wise Masters because they're going to break the pact that him and Tyrion made about getting rid of slavery in 7 years. And maybe they do something that pisses off one of the dragons or some shit like that. But look, there's going to be a dragon outside of Dany's room. This next one is one that I came up with myself, and it involves episode 7, the Broken Man. Basically, it involves these feet right here. These are the Hound's feet. I have some supporting evidence because, you know, with my nerdery, I like to go back and rewatch seasons, and I've been watching that second trailer we got from HBO like a million times. So the next couple theories involve that. But this one is that these are the Hound's shoes. Proof. Everybody's like, well, the Hound wears a suit of armor. Yes, that's correct. But if you look at these images, these are pictures of what the Hound, the bottom, the actual, like, shoe part of his gauntlets. Or not gauntlets. What the fuck? Leg. I don't even know what they're called, and I'm not going to look it up because this video is going to be short. But basically, the Hound wears armor, shin guards almost, over the top half of his boots. In the second half, they kind of look like these brown shoes right here. So with that being said, if the Hound was in a place where he was not fighting anymore and he truly loves the elder brother, or like he loves that lifestyle, he's not going to walk around wearing his armor all the time. He's going to be wearing like almost like a farmer's clothes. So it looks like he'd be wearing these raggedy pants and these shoes, and those shoes look like his from season 4 and season 3 when he was riding around with Arya. Another thing that I want to point out, the synopsis reads that Jaime confronts a hero for episode 7. So my theory is that Jaime does in fact meet up with the Hound. They chat it up. Jaime gets a little bit nervous, and maybe he lets some shit spill about how Sandor's brother, Gregor Clegane, has been... I don't know if Sandor knows that his brother died, but I think Jaime will somehow let it slip that Gregor is in King's Landing. And Jaime won't necessarily say something about how Cersei's on trial and Gregor is her champion, but he will still say, hey, if you're wondering about your brother or something like that, or just basically hint at the fact that his brother's alive, and he will find that out, and that is what makes him fight for the Faith of the Seven. We'll just say that the elder brother, or the show's version of the elder brother, told the Hound about the High Sparrow and how they're basically kind of doing the same thing, but just not that extreme. They're not in the city doing it. They're out in the it's all about simplistic living. So the Hound does in fact know about the High Sparrow, and maybe he goes to King's Landing to try to find some way to seek revenge on her, or maybe he overhears, and maybe Jaime actually tells him that yeah, he's fighting as a champion for Cersei. Yeah, this is the last one, but that is the Waif's hand, and she is crawling away from being brutally stabbed by Arya. I know it's in Bravos. I know the Waif was wearing a similar get-up last episode. So, ending this on a positive note, Arya is going to kill the Waif. My bold prediction for episode 7. The reason why I'm including it in this one is because I forgot. That video you just watched was from when Game of Thrones Season 6 was still filming. Basically, it involved Arya, and she's just out of frame, but it looks like she ran through the stairwell, knocking a whole bunch of stuff over. She's probably being chased by the Waif, and it looks like the part that we're seeing right now is just when the Waif walks up and realizes which direction Arya is ran. But I do want to point out that the Waif's knife is fully covered in blood. So I think she may have actually stabbed Arya at this point. But my prediction still stands. I still think that is the Waif crawling from around the corner with the bloody hand. Sadly, we've reached the end of this video, but hey, look, I've got more content up here. If you want to, you can click on the left for a video on my episode 6 breakdown / episode 7 preview, and you can click here on the right for more theories. Crazy theory is included in that video, I might add. But if you like what I do here, please slap a like on this video. Also, subscribe. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.